Hey, how's it going, guys? DeAndre Jones here. There is a very real question that I have encountered when talking to people and trying to converse on what to do or what type of topics to talk about. And one topic in particular is how to convince my parents to let me do parkour, let me do free running. And that's a very good question. I know a lot of people that watch me, they're very young, they still live at home with their parents, and their parents are concerned about their safety and their well-being. And I can relate to that personally, just because when I first started parkour, it was like night and day, because I would just stay inside all the time, play video games, not really go out and converse or interact with nature and stuff like that. And overnight I was outside constantly. As soon as I got home from school, I would just do my work, go outside, stay out there till the streetlights came on until it was nighttime, and run back inside. And I wasn't even telling my mom what I was doing. So of course she was very concerned about my safety, about exactly what it was that happened. Why am I outside all the time? Am I getting in trouble? Am I getting into gangs and drugs and stuff like this? And when she actually found out that it was parkour, it made her worried still, just because if you don't give them any information about it, they just think you're just jumping across buildings and trying to flip off walls, and it's only natural for your parents to be concerned about your safety. So what I've come to realize, whether I'm teaching my clients parkour or just telling people what parkour is in general, people are very fearful of things they don't understand. They just see things that are really big in parkour free running. They see the biggest flips, the biggest tricks. They see people bailing. They see the stuff that gets popular and spread around through social media. But they don't see, the progression steps and the techniques and the safety measures behind those techniques that keep people safe. So with that being said, I want to give you guys some advice on how to go about convincing your parents to let you train. And the first thing that you want to do is tell your parents exactly what you're doing. You don't want to hide it from them. You don't want to go out and say, I'm going out to go hang out with a friend, and then you're going out training, even though they disapprove of you doing that. You want to explain to them how important parkour is to you and the reason why you do it. Parkour, first and foremost, same thing with free running. I'm kind of putting them both together, but it's more of a discipline, to let you be prepared in case of emergency situations. In case someone's chasing you or you need to get away and you're in a bad place, wrong time, you need to escape. It'll allow you to have the physical ability to be able to escape quickly and safely. So it's really more of a safety precaution more than a thrill-seeking sport. A lot of people think that it's about they equate it to skateboarding, to BMX and stuff like that, but it's not like that at all. It's more equated to karate or taekwondo, or something like that, where you can actually save your life doing it. And also it's very expressive. If you stick to more of the free running side, where you're doing flips and tricks and stuff like that and flowy lines, it allows you to get rid of frustrations, express your happiness or your sadness, and be able to use something positive to put your negative emotions in, and just get rid of it. So it's very important that you explain to them how important it is to you, what parkour and free running does for you personally, and the reason why it's so important to you. And most parents, they'll understand. They'll be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. At least you're going out doing something physically active instead of doing something that could potentially hurt you, or something that can ruin your life. And next, you want to explain the safety precautions that go into parkour. The importance of repetition, starting with the basics, the reason why certain moves look a certain way, the reason why we keep our legs out in front of us when we do precisions is so our legs hit the ledge before our body does, so that way it can take the impact instead of our whole body. Same thing when you're going into cats and stuff like that. The reason why these techniques were made, the reason for parkour rolls, to protect your knees from landing. There's a lot of different methods and techniques that are used in parkour to keep people safe. And in the end, you don't want to hurt yourself. You want to let people know, I'm not going out to try to hurt myself. I'm going out to push my physical abilities and to make sure that I'm safe and I'm well prepared to tackle any situation that you may come across just in life. So with that in mind, there's definitely a video that I want you guys to show your parents that'll maybe change their perspective of what parkour is. One in particular is called "The Monkey Is Back" by Stefan Vigro, and what he does, he talks about how he met David Bell, the creator of parkour, and how they trained. They did a lot of repetition. They worked a lot of strength training to make sure they were safe. And he talks about his injuries in the past and what led to those injuries, and how he was able to use parkour and free running as a way to recover and come back and live the life that he's always wanted through training and through parkour. How much more benefit that he had because he was training than if he wasn't just staying inside playing video games and stuff like this. So it's a very good documentary. Again, they express the importance of repetition, the importance of the basics, and how a lot of that is lost these days in parkour, and it's very, very important that you stick with your basics and you learn to just drill moves over and over so it becomes easy, just as simple as walking. And I'm very convinced once your parents see that, they'll definitely allow you to go out and train, especially if you're taking it that serious and you're actually taking the safety precautions to make sure that you remain unharmed. Another video I have that you can share with your grandparents is called Generation Yamakaze. And what it talks about, especially in the beginning, is how, there's a lot of crime and a lot of a lot of bad things going on in their neighborhood, in their city, and they're using parkour and free running to do something positive, to change, people's lives. And you can see that they teach classes and stuff, and again, they stretch the basics, the repetitions, and the safety precautions. But also they go to prisons and teach prison inmates parkour, and they talk to the prison inmates, and like they love what they're doing, and they're talking about how they can't wait to get out and change their lives and just continue training and just live a positive life, and they have an outlet to let their anger and frustration go through. They have like a certain outlet that they can use to turn that negative energy and make it into something positive. So I definitely I'm sorry, I can't think right now. Yeah, so I definitely recommend checking out Generation Yamakaze. It's a very great documentary, and I'm sure you and your parents will definitely love it. Besides that, definitely search the internet for, things like David Bell, just him talking about what parkour is, or, just look for a lot of, positive videos on the internet that, that portray what parkour is in a positive light. Because again, if you don't tell your parents what you're doing and they're just searching the internet and seeing what they find popular on social media, they might find something that they're afraid to have you do. And you need to tell them, that's, of course that might be a goal of yours to get to that level, but there are safety precautions and it takes years to develop that skill, and you're very serious about developing that skill. And with that, I think I'm going to end today's video. If you need to find those 2 videos that I discussed earlier, if you click the link down below, it'll take you to an article I wrote on my website about it, and I provide both those videos. So if you have trouble finding it, definitely check out that link, show your parents, and best of luck on convincing them to allow you to do parkour or free running. But I'm very convinced, once you sit down and have a real talk with them, they'll definitely allow you to do it. Don't forget to like and comment. Let me know down below what you want to see in the next video, and if I can do it, I'm definitely going to teach it to you. Also, hit that subscribe button and train hard, be safe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.